Ambiguous endings are a thing that kind of piss people off. I mean, I get why. Imagine a story where the hero is severely wounded and has to fight an entire army. They run to fight the army and the story ends. Kind of like that Bruce Lee movie. Anyway, certain stories lend themselves to having definitive endings to bring the story to a natural conclusion. That's usually provided that the central theme and plot have already been established and said everything it needed to. In Cowboy Bebop, one of the central themes is escaping from one's past. Possibly? Look, there's a lot of unexplained stuff in Bebop that people have to figure out, so just hear me out, please.
Shut the fuck up!
The plot is about a group of bounty hunters that catch criminals for the police, often without getting paid due to unforeseen events during the job. They tackle their daily job while also dealing with people and problems from their past. Cowboy Bebop goes for multiple themes throughout its run, but this is the crux of the story, the central theme.
Shut the fuck up!
But you may ask, why leave the story on such a note? Clearly the story could have continued on and had a more conclusive finale. The protagonist beat the antagonist, so where's their happy or sad ending? I need answers, man, and I need them now.
Hey! Shut the fuck up!
Sometimes that's just how the author or writer intends it to be. Again, in the case of Cowboy Bebop, the central theme is about escaping from one's past. Generally speaking, you can't run from the past forever because eventually it will find you. The best you can do is accept it for what it is and try to move on. Not everything in life is definitive, so why should this story? There are so many ways to interpret one's meaning of something without necessarily being wrong. The writer and author writes a story that makes sense, not the story the audience wants. Not to say that listening to the audience is a bad idea, but they aren't writing the story. You are, and you have to write what you think is best. If the story calls for an ambiguous ending, then the story has an ambiguous ending. Just make sure that it makes enough sense to the audience to be believable. On a side note, sometimes writers just don't want to upset the fan base or audience by taking a risk like that. That type of ending isn't always needed, so use it wisely. That's my personal opinion, FYI. So, about that Cowboy Bebop live action TV